5 on board of Ambience of Ambassador Cruise Line, and today we are in Bergen in Norway, and here on the map you can see our route today. Bergen is known to be the city with the most rain in the world, at least that is what they say about themselves, and today it was actually pretty rainy in Bergen. We started in the Buckingham restaurant with a nice served breakfast, and then we started our touristy tour around Bergen, as I was the only one of our group that has been to Bergen before. So I made a little tour with our group. We started in the historic quarter of Bergen, and then we headed to the funicular up to the Fløyen mountain, which is right next to Bergen. And I would recommend going there as early as possible, as there are a lot of guided tours in Bergen that will use this funicular to go up to the mountain of Fløyen. So it can be crowded during the peak times, especially in the afternoon. So I would recommend going there in the morning, especially if there are a lot of cruise ships in the port. The view of Bergen, well, was not perfect. It was raining a lot and we were in the clouds, but still it is nice to be up here. For example, you have mountain goats. Some of them are quite tame, so you can do something like that. And it is a paradise for hiking, and it doesn't mean that the hiking is very difficult. There are also some easy paths, wide and even paths, and I would say it's about 1 kilometer from the station of the funicular to this beautiful mountain lake, so this should be doable for almost everybody. It is very beautiful, the landscape is amazing, and there's even a small waterfall. You can walk all the way around the lake, and there is even a small cafe, typical Norwegian, a very modern building made of wood and glass in the middle of the nature with a fantastic view of the surrounding landscape, and they have nice food, kind service. So I really recommend at least walking till the lake. Of course, you can also do a longer hike up there. Beautiful landscape, as you can see, and there are easy paths, and there are also paths like this, like proper hiking paths if you want to have a bit more of a difficult hike. So you can do actually everything up here. So my recommendation is, do not do what most of the tourists do. They just take the funicular up, enjoy the view, and then go back down. And if the view is like it is today, that's actually pretty disappointing. So do not just go up there for the views. Keep walking and just admire the beautiful nature that you will find if you just walk a few hundred meters from the mountain station. And then you can take the funicular back down to the city center again. Here you have another view of Bergen. There are also some intermediate stations, but they were not served on the day that we were on the train, so we went all the way down without stopping. Here we have the middle section where we meet the oncoming train. As you can see, those are quite modern trains with a high capacity, but still almost all cruise ships offer a lot of guided tours here up to the Fløyen mountain. So if you're not coming very early in the morning, plan some extra time waiting, as there might be a high demand. The next stop was a pizza restaurant. I already told you in my videos about Mera that I have a tradition in Bergen to eat some pizza and a nice burger. So we started with the pizza, which is right next to the famous fish market, which we visited then. And then we walked a bit through the shopping streets of Bergen. Actually walked a bit further to the west of Bergen. And there you will find a very small and cute ferry. Here you can see it. It's a tiny boat, and it will bring you across the harbor to the other side, and it will stop right next to the famous water of Bergen. During the short ride of about 5 minutes, you can see a lot of the ships in a port. There are like different offshore vessels which are docked quite close to the city center, and you can see them from the ferry. Also, you will have some views of the cruise ships, like our Ambience here docked at the Bontelabo Quay. And here we are already on the other side, leaving the ferry. And if your cruise ship is docked at the Bontolabo cruise pier, you will just walk past the ferry on your way to the city center, so you could also take this small ferry called Bergen. And now we're walking back to the city, and we're coming to another nice part of the city where there is a big lake in the middle of the center with a nice park surrounding it. And also the doves were not very happy about the rainy weather. They were all sitting there quite miserably waiting for the sun to come back. That was also quite funny sight. And after that it was time for the second tradition for my burger at the restaurant called Holy Cow. So I had lunch 2 times, an early one with the pizza and a late one with the burger. It was around 4 p.m. and then we continued back past Bergen to our beautiful Ambience, and soon after arriving back on board it was also time to leave Bergen. On board we had a very small dinner only, as we had lunch twice, so of course we just had a small dinner. A Borough Market buffet restaurant before that. We headed to Ruffles Bar. I'm not a big fan of whiskey, but I wanted to try one of the special ones there. And then it was time for sailing away, leaving Bergen. And as you probably know, the sailing away in Bergen is very scenic, very beautiful, but as I've just showed it to you in my video from the MS Amira, I will not show it here again. So that is already it for this video. In the next video we'll see the last days on board. I hope it was interesting. Here you can see when the next video will be uploaded and the name of the song. As always, I'd like to say thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please consider to comment, like, subscribe or share the video link.